Good morning, Hornets. It's a wonderful Thursday here at VCHS. We're your hosts, Asher.
And I'm Avery. Let's start out with today's lunch. Today, we will be having chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes, green beans, a dinner roll, mandarin oranges, and a cold milk.
Forget about lunch for a second and think about your favorite donut. What's the flavor and where do you get it? Let's see what you all have to say. I'm Asher Thompson, and I'm asking you guys, what's your favorite donut?
Hi, my name is Cody Ramsey, and my favorite donut is chocolate.
My name's Elliot Madrano,
My name is Brayden Isaiah Kinsinger.
and my favorite donut is probably the Homer donut.
Mine's probably just like, those little big long johns that have like the maple stuff on it.
I'm Caden Davis, and my favorite donut is the Maple Long John.
All right, my name is Arthur Gonzer, and my favorite donut is chocolate sprinkles.
Now, let's jump into today's celebrations with these holidays.
And now a rundown of your top 5 news stories. Young boy survives 5 days in a lion-infested game park in Zimbabwe.
Apple to pay $95 million to settle Siri eavesdropping lawsuits.
John Deere recalling thousands of riding lawnmowers over safety concerns.
Hydrogen-powered truck sets new record by traveling over 1,800 miles on a single tank of hydrogen.
Girl Scouts plan to retire 2 cookie flavors after the 2025 cookie season.
Next, here's today's word and quote of the day.
Word of the week. This week's word of the week is insight. Encourage or stir up vile or unlawful behavior.
Is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited. Plunchard?
It's time to test your brain. What do you think there is more of in the world? Doors or wheels?
I'm gonna say wheels because I feel like there's more cars in the world and vehicles in the world than there are doors.
I think there are more doors in the world because every building has to have doors, and every building has more doors.
I would say there's got to be more doors in the world. If you think about all the countries and places that don't have cars but do have buildings and houses, and that's my logic.
My name's Christian, and I think there's more wheels in the world.
I think there's more doors in the world because someone just told me that.
We are supposed to warm up more. Let's take a look at today's temperatures. The sun is coming out today to help melt this ice. Today's high is set at 47 degrees with a low of 33 tonight. Light winds this morning that will pick up later this evening.
And now it's time for a quick blast of the past. We leave you with this day in history. Stay classy, VC.
January 16th, 1991. Start of Operation Desert Storm as an American-led coalition begins bombing targets in Iraq and Kuwait. It happens after Saddam Hussein fails to meet a UN deadline on withdrawing from Kuwait. President George H.W. Bush.
5 months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined.
2003. Space Shuttle Columbia lifts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida, on what turns out to be its final flight. The mission ends in tragedy when the shuttle disintegrates on re-entry with all of its crew lost. 1920. Prohibition takes effect across the United States, barring the sale, manufacture, and transport of alcoholic beverages. The 18th Amendment to the Constitution establishing prohibition is repealed more than a decade later. 1979. Facing growing unrest, the Shah of Iran flees into exile, never to return. What soon follows, an Islamic fundamentalist regime led by the Ayatollah Khomeini replaces the Shah. Months later, dozens of Americans are taken hostage when the U.S. Embassy is seized in Iran's capital, Tehran. And 1964. In New York, the musical Hello, Dolly, starring Carol Channing, opens on Broadway. Today in history, January 16th. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.